Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Ellynita.
Hi, thanks guys. I know we're after lunch and we're chasing for cocktails, so I'll make this as quick as I could. Shall we? Thank you. So my background has been as a growth strategist in technology and innovation space, from prioritizing technologies for NASA to now working with Ms. Drilling in the innovation department. But underlying all of that, I've always and will always be an impact facilitator, which brings me to this. So as a management consultant or former, with an embedded recovering bureaucrat trait, what we've done over in Aceh, which is on the north part of Indonesia, Sumatra side, is that we tried to tackle poverty. And it's such an abstract issue while we're working there right after tsunami with more than 200 lives lost, that we probably need to figure out, where do we start? What do we do in a country that we don't know the language of, and what kind of impact can we create? So when I used my savings of $150,000 for 4 years, the kind of impact that we created was the usual traditional consultant kind of approach: visibility, media, revenue. Now looking back at where we were going for, we had such a disastrous results that we needed to be able to take a step back. And what we did was we got communities at the grassroots level, the indigenous, to also come in and shift that for us. Them being the facilitator and us being the participant of the program. And what that did was it shifted how we measure from scale to its sustainability, from measuring revenue towards social trust as a currency. I'll have all that on YouTube one day. So an experiment that we actually did was we wanted to be able to rehabilitate ostracized militants. These are men and women who have massacred, raped, decapitated their own village folks. And what we did was we wanted to be able to come up with an income or an alternative income that could help not just decrease the sense of not being able to belong anywhere to being accepted socially within the communities. And we tested with different skill sets. So we tested with sewing, we tested with construction work, we tested with livestock rearing. On the other flip of that coin would be, what kind of alternative income could we create for conflict victims? And the name of the program that we came up after test and test and test would be that first we needed to, looking back at the currency of what we wanted to create, was rebuild trust and the value. And then moving forward actually is being able to get them engaged and own and be accountable for the program that they needed to spearhead it. And then with much less cost of $10,000, we were able to create not just a lot more impact, but also economic empowerment across the board, from warlords to farmers to single mothers. And these are the lessons that we learned, having clear, defined mission that was co-designed with communities, all the way towards being able to use maybe not the word failure, but experimenting from the perspective or point of view of the communities. And voila. So you can measure the right metrics if you go beyond your biases and falling out of your assumptions. Thank you.
Please stay onto the stage. Yes. We still have some time left, right? So you're way too modest. I mean, this is an awesome project, right?
Yep.
So how are you still using this today in your work when it comes to like the corporate innovation that you are now also dealing with?
Well, allowing myself to be experimented on too. Mm-hmm. So you have corporate strategies that is kind of trickled down towards my individual performance and working with my captain, my boss right here.
Okay, okay. No pressure, no pressure. You just answer freely. There's nobody listening.
She's cool. So the falling out of love with your assumptions and figuring out what kind of metric that will actually trigger behavior changes is my greatest learning, and something that hopefully I'll be able to also work together with within Ms. Drilling in order to find out what kind of cultural communication strategy as well as delivery changes that we could impact.
Okay. I feel lots of team love here, not only on the stage, but also in the audience, so that's great. Give it up for Ellynita, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.